Good morning, dear students. Welcome to the session. Let us move on to 12th sum and just recall the properties before watching this video. Pause for a minute and recall it. 12th question is integral 0 to pi x dx divided by 1 plus sin x. If you have x and if it is from 0 to pi, I told you to apply the property integral 0 to a f of x dx is equal to integral 0 to a f of a minus x dx. So, in the place of x, you should apply a minus x, that is pi minus x. Therefore, this is the first integral. Mark it here so that you can add the first integral and the second integral after applying the property. I equal to integral 0 to pi. In the place of x, you are substituting pi minus x. Here 1 plus sin pi minus x dx. Now sin of pi minus x, it lies in second quadrant, therefore it is positive in second quadrant, therefore sin of pi minus x, if it is pi, the trigonometric ratio won't change, therefore you will be getting sin x. If it is pi by 2, trigonometric ratio will change, that alone you should keep it in mind. So this is the second integral after applying the property. So here what we have done is we have separated into two, pi divided by 1 plus sin x minus x divided by 1 plus sin x dx. So add these two integrals. When you add these two integrals, you will be getting 2i equal to integral 0 to pi, pi divided by 1 plus sin x. Now, when you have 1 plus sin x in the denominator or 1 plus cos x in the denominator, you can conjugate or you can apply the formula for 1 plus cos x, that is also correct. For 1 plus sin x, you can do conjugation. Therefore, here 1 plus sin x, therefore it is 1 minus sin x divided by 1 minus sin x. Therefore, 2y equal to pi is a constant, so you can take it outside. Integral 0 to pi dx divided by 1 plus sin x into 1 minus sin x divided by 1 minus sin x. Therefore, in the numerator you will have 1 minus sin x into dx. Here it is 1 minus sin squared x. 1 minus sin squared x is nothing but cos squared x. So, what you can do here, you should not take t to be cos x, so you won't get dt to be sin x. There is 1 minus sin x is there. Therefore, you can apply splitting method. So, split it. Therefore, 2i equal to, here we have brought 2 to this side, therefore I equal to pi by 2. Pi by 2 is common for both the integral. Integral 0 to pi dx divided by cos squared minus sin x dx divided by cos squared x. So here this can be written as secant squared. Therefore integral over secant squared x is nothing, dx is nothing but tan x. Now here the sin x divided by cos squared x can be written as sin x by cos x is nothing but tan x. Then 1 by cos x is nothing but secant x. Therefore, integral over secant x tan x dx is nothing but secant x. So, you should learn the formula before doing it. So, the first integral I equal to pi by 2 integral 0 to pi secant squared x dx. When we integrate integral over 0 to pi dx divided by cos square, that 1 by cos square becomes secant square x dx, and sin x by cos x we can write it as tan x into secant x. Now integral over secant square x is nothing but tan x, therefore from 0 to pi minus, this is nothing but secant x, therefore 0 to pi. After that apply upper limit minus lower limit for this one. Pi by 2 is common, therefore upper limit is tan pi minus 0, tan pi minus tan 0 minus secant pi minus secant 0. Tan pi or sin pi is nothing but 0, therefore tan pi is nothing but 0. If you don't know, what you can do is you can draw a unit circle, this 1 comma 0, and here it is 0 comma 1, here it is minus 1 comma 0, here it is 0 comma minus 1. Therefore, the first one is always cos theta value, second one is sin theta value. Since x is equal to cos theta, y is equal to sin theta. Therefore, tan pi. Therefore, this is pi. Therefore, tan. So, tan pi will be what? Always sin pi and tan pi value is always same. Therefore, sin pi is nothing but 0, therefore tan pi is also 0. What about secant pi? So you need to find what is cos pi. Cos pi is nothing but minus 1, therefore secant pi is also nothing but minus 1. So you can find out the value of secant 0 as you know in tabular column. Simplify and write. The next question, 13th question is homework sum. It's from minus pi by 2 sin power 7x into dx. Here it is from minus a to a. Then you can apply odd function or even function, as I told here it is number is 7, therefore when you apply f of minus x you will be getting minus f of x, therefore it is an odd function, therefore definitely the answer is 0. Similarly for 14th sum 0 to 2 pi. Let us see that, but here it is, we cannot check whether it is an odd function or not. So the same way, one more property I have told you, that is integral from 0 to 2a f of x dx can be written as 2 times integral 0 to a f of x dx if f of 2a minus x is equal to f of x, or 0 if f of 2a minus x is equal to minus f of x. By applying that property we are going to do. Therefore, the question is I equal to integral 0 to 2 pi cos power 5x dx. F of x is nothing but cos power 5x dx. Sorry, 5x. Now f of 2a minus x, therefore 2 pi minus x. F of 2 pi, in the place of x we are substituting 2 pi minus x. Cos power 5, 2 pi minus x. 2 pi minus x, it lies in which quadrant? Fourth quadrant. Therefore, fourth quadrant cos is positive. Therefore, definitely we will be getting f of 2 pi minus x is nothing but cos power 5x. This is nothing but f of x. If you are getting this result, it can be written as 2 times integral 0 to a f of x dx. Therefore, this can be written as integral 0 to 2a. 2a can be 2 times integral 0 to a. Therefore, 2 times integral 0 to pi cos power 5x dx. Again, 2 times integral 0 to pi cos power 5x dx. Again you are applying the same property. So f of x is nothing but cos power 5x. F of pi minus x is nothing but cos power 5 pi minus x. Therefore cos of pi minus x, it lies in second quadrant. Therefore if it lies in second quadrant, cos is negative. Therefore, since the power is pi, you will get minus cos of cos power 5x. Therefore, f of pi minus x is equal to minus f of x. Therefore, if it is like this, the integral value becomes 0 according to the property. Fifteenth sum is homework. Integral 0 to pi by 2 sin x minus cos x divided by 1 plus sin x cos x into dx. Here if it is pi by 2, just apply in the place of x pi by 2 minus x. Therefore sin pi by 2 minus x minus cos pi by 2 minus x divided by 1 plus sin pi by 2 minus x cos pi by 2 minus x into dx. You will get this. When you simplify, when you add the integral value becomes 0. And 16th sum, integral 0 to pi log of 1 plus cos x dx. As I told, it is same as the example sum. Just I will tell few steps, proceed after that. I equal to integral 0 to pi log of 1 plus cos x dx. If it is pi, what you can do? You can, in the place of x, you can apply pi minus x by applying the property. Therefore, I equal to integral 0 to pi, since it is pi here, log of 1 plus cos of pi minus x dx. If you are applying the property, you need to add the question, that is the first integral, and after applying the property, the second integral, you need to add those two integral. Cos of pi minus x is nothing but lies in second quadrant. Therefore, you will be getting, if it is pi, the trigonometric ratio won't change. If it is pi by 2, cos will change to sin, sin will change to cos, tan will change to cot, cot will change to tan, and vice versa. Therefore, log of, you will be getting log of 1 minus cos x dx. So add those two integrals. Therefore, 2i will be equal to integral 0 to pi log of 1 plus cos x plus log of 1 minus cos x. Now log a plus log b. Log a plus log b is nothing but log a into b. Therefore, log of 1 plus cos x into 1 minus cos x is nothing but 1 minus cos squared x. 1 minus cos squared x is nothing but sin squared x. Now log x power n can be written as n into log x. Therefore, according to that, you can write 2 into log sin x dx. Therefore, here the 2 and 2 will get cancelled. Therefore, you will get I equal to integral 0 to pi log sin x dx. So, now what we can do here, in example sum, if you see, it is from 0 to pi by 2 log sin x dx. So what we are going to, this pi we are going to convert to pi by 2. For that, you can apply the property integral 0 to 2a f of x dx is equal to 2 times integral 0 to a f of x dx, when f of 2a minus x is equal to f of x. Take the property and see, pause for a minute, take the property and see. Therefore, consider this to be f. This is f of x. Therefore, it is log sin x. F of 2a minus x. That is pi minus x. When you substitute log of sin of pi minus x, you are getting the same result. If you are getting the same result, this can be written as 2 times integral 0 to pi by 2. 2a will convert to a. Therefore, 2 times integral 0 to pi by 2 log of sin x dx. After that, what we have done in example, the same procedure you need to do. Just I will explain what we have done. You will be, if it is pi by 2, you will be applying the property and writing x is equal to, x is nothing but pi by 2 minus x. Now, sin 90 minus theta is nothing but cos theta. When you are applying the property integral 0 to a f of x dx is equal to integral 0 to a f of a minus x dx, you need to add the integral, the first integral and the integral after applying the property. When you add it together, you will be getting 2 times, here 2 is there, 2 into 0 to pi by 2 log of sin x plus log of cos x dx. Log of log a plus log b can be written as log a into b. Log a into b is nothing but log of sin x cos x, and you can add and subtract log 2, or you can multiply and divide by 2 in the next step. This I told in the previous video itself. Now this 2 into sin x cos x can be written as 2 sin x, and divided by log a divided by b can be written as log a minus b. Therefore, it can be written as log sin 2x minus log 2. Write the integral as well as the dx. After that, separate the integral. Now here in this, log 2 is a constant, so you can take it outside and integrate this alone. So you will get log 2 into x integral over 0 to pi by 2 into dx. When you integrate this, you will be getting pi by 2. Therefore, I equal to I1 minus log 2 into pi by 2. So what we are going to do is, we are taking this to be I1. This 2x we are assuming to be t. After that, find out dt and change the limits. After that, substitute in the integral. Now take this function to be f of x. After that, what we this pi should be changed to pi by 2. That's what the integral we have taken here. So we need to convert into pi by 2 again. So this one we are going to apply the property integral 0 to 2a f of x dx is equal to 2 times integral 0 to a f of x dx. When this one, when it occurs, f of 2a minus x is equal to f of x. Therefore, if you consider this to be f of x, this is f of x log, that is f of t log sin t. Therefore, f of pi minus t is nothing but log of sin of pi minus t. Log sin pi minus t lies in second quadrant. Therefore, when it is pi, trigonometric ratio won't change. Therefore, again you will get log sin t. When it is same, f of pi minus t equal to f of t, you can write this as 2 times integral 0 to pi by 2 log of sin t into dt. Here 1 by 2 is there. Therefore, 1 by 2 in here, this one when you write 2 times integral 0 to pi by 2 log sin t dt, 2 and 2 will get cancelled. Now, this in the place of t, you can substitute x by the property 1. So we are getting this. Now this is nothing but I1, which we have considered already. Therefore, this is nothing but I. So, I equal to, we have assumed that I equal to I1 minus pi by 2 log 2. Here we got the result I1 to be 1 by 2I. Here I1 equal to 1 by 2I. Why we are getting it's 1 by 2? I1 is nothing but 0 to pi by 2 log sin x dx. Therefore, 0 to pi by 2 log sin x dx is nothing but I by 2. So, you can write it as I1 is nothing but, this is nothing but 1 by 2I. Therefore, in the place of I1, substitute 1 by 2I. Therefore, I equal to 1 by 2I minus pi by 2 log 2. Therefore, that's what I have written here. Therefore, bring this 1 by 2I to this side. Therefore, I minus 1 by 2I is nothing but 1 by 2I. Here minus pi by 2 log 2. 2 will get cancelled on both sides. Therefore, the integral value is nothing but minus pi log 2. The next sum, 17th one, I equal to integral 0 to a root x divided by root of root x plus root of a minus x dx. Consider this to be the first integral 0 to a. F of x dx can be written as integral 0 to a f of a minus x dx. So apply in the place of x, apply a minus x. Therefore you will get a minus x, a minus x, a minus x, you will get x. Therefore now this is the property, this is the integral before applying the property, this is the integral after applying the property. Add these two integrals, you will both numerator and denominator will get cancelled. Therefore you will get 1 into dx. When you add to the left hand side you will get 2y. After that integrate and apply the upper limit and lower limit. The next question is homework. Do as homework. 18th one. I equal to integral 0 to 4 modulus of x minus 1 into dx. Whenever it is a modulus, what you should do, you need to take the term which is inside the modulus, equate to 0 and find out the integral limits. Therefore when you equate to 0 you will be getting 1. Therefore the limit is divided into 0 to 1 and 1 to 4. Check whether in which interval whether it is positive or negative by substituting the value. There is a simple trick for finding out the value directly, but you should not do it. To check your answer you can do. That is like absolute value or the average. This modulus is nothing but the absolute value of the value. So what you can do is you can substitute. That is, I have written here. It is 4 minus, in the place of x substitute 4. Therefore 4 minus 1 the whole square average. So plus here 0. 0 minus 1 the whole square is minus 1 the whole square divided by 2. Similarly for fifth sum, it is fifth sum is modulus of x plus 2. Therefore 5 plus 2 the whole square and then minus 5 plus 2 the whole square divided by 2. You are getting the same answer. Just check for the remaining sums also. Now let us move on to 19th sum. Show that integral 0 to a f of x gx dx is equal to 2 times integral 0 to a f of x dx if f and g are defined as f of x is equal to f of a minus x and g of x is equal g of x plus g of a minus x is equal to 4. So they have given, you need to prove this one is equal to this one, and they have given us certain conditions. These two are the conditions. Let us do it. Let us take the LHS side. 0 to a f of x gx dx is dx. Now by applying the property f of integral 0 to a f of x dx is equal to integral 0 to a f of a minus x dx. In the place of x, what you need to substitute? It is a minus x. Therefore f of a minus x and g of a minus x into dx, that will be the value of the integral 0 to a f of a minus x g of a minus x into dx, and they have given g of x plus g of a minus x is equal to 4. From this you can find what is the value of g of a minus x. Therefore g of a minus g of x plus g of a minus x is equal to 4. Therefore g of a minus x is nothing but 4 minus g of x. Just in the place of g of a minus x, just substitute the value as 4 minus g of x. After that split the integral. Therefore it can be written as 4 into f of x minus f of x g of x dx. Now separate the integral. Now this is we have considered to be I. This is also I. Therefore take 4 outside. 4 times integral 0 to a f of x dx. Now this one is nothing but I, so you can, in the place of this you can substitute I. Now I plus I becomes 2y. 2y equal to 4 into integral 0 to a f of a dx, sorry f of x dx. Therefore 2 and 4 when get cancelled you will be getting 2. Therefore you need to prove that integral is nothing but 0 to a f of x gx into dx is nothing but 2 times integral 0 to a f of x dx. That's what you want to prove. I will repeat. First just you are applying the property. After getting this result from the given thing you are writing this. After that split the integral and substitute I and so simplify and write. The next question, 20th question, find the value of the integral minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 x cube plus x cos x plus tan power 5x plus x 1 into dx. Here you cannot take everything to be the function. So what we are going to do is we are going to separate the function, separate the limits. When you separate the integral, you will be getting integral minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 x cube into dx plus integral minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 x cos x dx plus integral minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 tan power phi x into dx plus integral minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 dx. Now x cube, definitely it is from minus a to a. Definitely if it is a cubic function or if it is a odd function, what I told for a certain function, it's an odd function. Therefore this will become odd function. This tan power phi will become odd function. Now we need to check whether this is odd function or not. So here we have given x cube is an odd function. Therefore the integral value becomes 0. And f of x, second integral, let us assume f of x is equal to x cos x. In the place of x, substitute minus x. Therefore you will get minus x cos of minus x. Just write that also, minus x cos of minus x. Cos of minus x is nothing but cos x. Cos of minus x is nothing but cos x. Therefore you will be getting minus x cos x. Therefore it is an odd function. Tan power phi, as I told, it's an odd function. Therefore this alone you need to integrate and write. Integral over dx is nothing but x. So after that apply upper limit and lower limit. And 21st question, I equal to integral 0 to pi by 2 log of 4 plus 3 sin x divided by 4 plus 3 cos x dx. Since it is 0 to pi by 2, in the place of x, what you can substitute? Pi by 2 minus x. That's what I have done here. Sine of pi by 2 minus x is nothing but sine 90 minus theta is nothing but cos theta. Cos 90 minus theta is sine theta. So you will get the integral will change to I equal to integral 0 to pi by 2 log of 4 plus 3 cos x divided by 4 plus 3 sin x dx. So after applying the property, if you are applying this property, you need to add those two integrals. Therefore I plus I will become 2y. Now add these two things. Therefore log of 4 plus 3 sin x divided by 4 plus 3 cos x plus log of 4 plus 3 cos x divided by 4 plus 3 sin x into dx. Log a plus log b can be written as log a into b. Therefore these two will get cancelled. Therefore you will get log 1. Log 1 value is nothing but 0. Therefore the integral value becomes 0. Thank you, students.